The Woman Who Learned to Listen. I have always believed that silence is safer than words. Words can disappoint you. Silence never promises anything. I work at a small train station far from the busy parts of the city. Most trains stop here only for a moment. Most people do not even look around. They arrive, they wait, and they leave. I have worked here for many years. I cannot remember when I started. The days blend together like the sound of trains passing by. Every morning I wake up before the sun. I make a simple breakfast. I drink tea near the window and watch the sky slowly change color. Then I walk to the station. I unlock the doors. I turn on the lights. I clean the counter and arrange the tickets. By the time the first train arrives, I am already invisible. People come to me with questions. They speak fast. They look past me. They are already somewhere else in their minds. I answer politely. I do my job well, but I never ask questions back. I learned long ago that it is better not to. I live alone in a small apartment above the station. At night, I hear the trains through the floor. Sometimes I imagine they are breathing. Sometimes I imagine they are leaving me behind. But most of the time, I do not imagine anything at all. This was my life. Quiet, predictable, closed. Until one afternoon when she arrived. She came during a slow hour. The station was almost empty. I noticed her because she was not in a hurry. She walked slowly, like she was not afraid of missing anything. She looked at the walls, the old clock, the benches by the window. Then she stood in front of my counter. "Excuse me," she said. Her voice was soft but clear. "Does this train go to the coast?" "Yes," I answered. She smiled. "That's good. I like the sea." I printed her ticket and slid it across the counter. She thanked me, but she did not leave. She walked to the bench near the window and sat down. Her train arrived 10 minutes later. She did not get on it. The next day she came again. This time she bought no ticket. She just sat on the same bench. I told myself it was nothing. People wait for different reasons. But she kept coming. Some days she asked small questions. Some days she said nothing at all. She never rushed. She never complained. She just stayed. One afternoon she looked at me and said, "You hear trains all day. Do you ever listen to them?" I frowned slightly. "They all sound the same," I replied. She shook her head gently. "I think they don't." I did not answer. After that, she started bringing a small notebook. She wrote while waiting. Sometimes she stopped and looked outside, like she was listening to something far away. I tried not to watch her, but I did. I noticed small things. The way she held her pen. The way she smiled before writing a sentence. The way she always sat in the same place, like it belonged to her. I did not understand why these things stayed in my mind. One evening, rain began to fall. The station grew quiet. No trains came. She arrived anyway, wet from the rain, hair stuck to her face. "You didn't have to come," I said before thinking. She smiled. I wanted to. She sat near the counter that day. The rain hit the roof softly. After a while, she asked, "Do you like working here?" I opened my mouth to answer, but no words came out. "I think you used to," she said quietly. Her words stayed with me that night. I lay in bed listening to the trains and wondered when I stopped listening to myself. Days passed, then weeks. She became part of my routine. I noticed when she was late. I noticed when she wasn't there. One day she placed a small paper cup of tea on the counter. "For you," she said. "I didn't ask for it," I replied. "I know," she said, smiling. "You looked tired." I stared at the cup for a long time. Then I picked it up. It was warm. Something inside me shifted, just a little. One evening, as the sun was setting, she asked, "Do you ever think about leaving this place?" I shook my head. "This is my life." She nodded slowly. "Sometimes life waits for us to notice it." I didn't understand her, but I didn't stop her from speaking. That night, the station felt less empty. Then, one morning, she did not come. The bench was empty. The clock sounded louder than usual. I told myself it didn't matter, but the day felt longer. She did not come the next day, or the day after that. I tried to ignore the feeling growing in my chest, but it followed me everywhere. One evening, I found a small envelope on the counter. Inside was a note. It said, "Some people listen to trains. Some people listen to people. I hope you start listening again." I held the note with trembling hands. The station was the same. The trains were the same. But I was not. I began listening. To the sounds. To the pauses. To myself. I still work at the station. Trains still come and go. But now, when someone speaks, I listen. And sometimes that is how a closed heart begins to open.